Hey guys, it's Landauer here, and welcome to episode 9 of my Formula 1 2016 career mode. Now we're in Austria here, and yes, that's right, today we're doing a double upload. And so, yeah, let's get into the Grand Prix.
Hey, our upgrade pace is looking solid right now, but I do think we need to push harder if we want to stay competitive. Here's the report.
So obviously we have the R&D upgrades here, as we see we've fallen behind Williams again, and I think that I upgraded my fuel efficiency, but yeah, when I went to the research and development page, it didn't really show up, and I was a bit annoyed. It didn't work, but I'm not disappointed either, as I guess I can just manage it until the end, like I said I'd do anyway. And I think by the end of qualifying, at least, maybe I should have enough resource points to get the downforce. So let's get into practice 1.
And you can join at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. The weather, though, hasn't been good to us today. We have dark skies overhead and a damp track for the drivers to deal with. So, Anthony, lots to do, of course, in these sessions, lots of programs to run. What are you looking for when you jump in the car for free practice?
Well, you have basic checks first of all. You know, is the car working correctly? What are the track conditions like? And you'll be chasing that as the session goes on. Things like that. Then you start getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, and they become more like test sessions where it's all about gathering new data, testing components, tweaking the setup and so on. So there's only so much actual practice that these drivers need. Most of them will be plenty familiar enough with the track layout, either from previous experience or from the simulator.
Well, there's obviously a wet practice 1 here today, and I just went to the overview of everything, just where you can check the weather for the weekend. And just to check, I went through PODIUM, B3 and everything to see how it would be. And apart from this practice session, there's going to be no rain, which is really, really good. And so obviously we're going to start track acclimatization here in the wet. And coming on to the first lap, we didn't get on target. I don't know why, but it's actually pretty hard to get a decent result around here on track acclimatization. And I don't know why, honestly, because I know it's in the wet, I was slipping out there, but like, I think it's sector 3 where you don't get the most gates, and turn 1, like you just don't get the speed through that, like it says you need to. And obviously, in the final one, we missed one of the gates, so you can see. But at least we got 30 resource points out of it. So in practice 2, I decided that I'm going to do it again to see if there'd be any change. And obviously there wasn't much change. Like, it's all sector 3, DRS points helped, but apart from that nothing really did get there. And but we were 10 points outside what we could have got there. And that was a bit annoying, but we missed one more gate here. And so yeah, we keep getting green, so there's nothing you can really do, because that's some resource points in the bank anyway. But going on to the final lap here, we got a lot of greens on this lap, and so that didn't really help, but anyway, it doesn't matter, so we should probably get some decent points during qualifying pace, and coming on to the end of the lap, I think we go wide a bit there, as we lose a bit of time on it. But honestly here, I wasn't aiming for purples at the weekend, I just wanted to get some resource points, enough so that we can get the upgrades, because I just needed to keep it on that green delta type, and that we did, as we got the target straight away, which is absolutely amazing. And as we can see now, we should have enough resource points to get the downforce or chassis weight engine cover or monkey seat upgrades. And honestly, I couldn't really decide between it, but I thought I might as well just kind of look at everything that's going on, and the progress history wanted to be even as it goes up, so I decided just to go with the I think it was the chassis weight, because one, it's a cheaper upgrade to get, and two, downforce doesn't really matter until Hungary or Belgium, because there's not much downforce tracks. So yeah, we've got the engine cover upgrade, and we got some resource points. Let's get into qualifying.
For joining us on this Saturday afternoon, where qualifying is about to start here in Austria. So sit back and enjoy the afternoon session. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
Top speed is a key factor for this circuit. Even if you can achieve the same lap time as someone running less wing than you, chances are you'll find overtaking difficult if you have too much drag.
In qualifying, we're going out for a first lap, and I changed the setup a bit because I had some 7.6 wings, which was really not helpful around here. So we're coming on to end of our first bank lap here. We see when we get into P7, but obviously we dropped down a bit, which wasn't exactly helpful. So just going to put another new set of not super soft, ultra soft tyres on as we go out for our next lap, and this time it wasn't much different, if I'm truly honest. There wasn't too much difference between the two laps, except I just improved that slowly a bit more. Like, I think it's like 0.03 seconds or something in a second, like times like that essentially. As we improved by about 0.3, which wasn't bad. We'd go down into P12, but I decided to go on with another lap because I knew I could do better. As we came out here, as we see Hulkenberg going into the pits, so that was good that he didn't actually get in the way of our lap. But I've definitely been improving on this lap. Some of the marginal gains as well, as we improved by 0.2 again, and we finish in 11th place there. There's a lot of people crossing the white pit lane entry there. But yeah, as you can see, one thing I want to say is that this is all on Legend AI. I changed it to Legend AI after Bahrain, I think. I can't remember. But anyway, let's get into the race and see what we can do.
Austria, traditional home of many great things. Apple strudel, Mozart, Niki Lauda, oh, and of course, one of the finest high-speed racetracks on the planet. Now, and the championship battle is hotting up, but if there's any race that stands to rip up the form book, it's this one. The Red Bull Ring then, 700 metres above sea level. This tough circuit may only have 9 corners, but they're fast and they're bumpy. It's a true test for any racing driver. We have 2 DRS zones, and watch out for overtakes into turn 2 as the uphill entry helps those trying to be the last of the late breakers steam up the inside. Anthony Davidson joins me to talk you through the action here today at what is quite an unusual racetrack, wouldn't you say, Ant?
Yeah, it's quite an odd layout around here. The thing about Austria is that it's a harder circuit to master than what really meets the eye. On top of that, it's a low grip surface, and that means that your small mistakes end up being punished, and it's very easy to slide wide into the runoff area and lose a huge chunk of time. Luckily, because it's such a short circuit though, you have plenty of opportunities to perfect the lap.
We need to be doing better than this. Let's push hard.
Here on the grid for the Austrian Grand Prix, we're going to look at the strategy now. It's super soft to soft, which is I think is a pretty good strategy for where we are. So we can go longest than most people, and then we can be faster towards the end, which is exactly what I like to do usually. Unless I'm pretty high up, then I do the same strategy as everyone else. As we put into rich revs, and we go to 5 red lights, and it's away we go here for the Austrian Grand Prix. We see Hulkenberg behind us gets a better start, as Verline gets a substandard start like us. As we go into turn corners, we see some of the Red Bulls getting spun, as we just try to go around the outside of everyone. as I think it was, no, it wasn't, it was one of the Ferraris, and I think it might be Vettel, because Raikkonen's up the road, and as another safety car is brought out, and it's the... So we had one in Bahrain, Russia, Spain, and now here in Austria. So 4 out of the 9 Grand Prix in this first season have all had safety cars, and that's really mental. And now looking at the replay cameras here from the start, we see everyone goes in the corner. I think that's where it was, yeah. We can see them getting spun there, going 3 abreast, and us just going around onto the escape road past everyone else. But not getting stuck in a jam, but I think I'm going to put it into the other guy's cameras here. And let's take a look at it from Verstappen's view here. And so if they're going 3 abreast, yeah, as they go into the first corner, it's just not really going to work, and Vettel gets spun, so I was right there. Verstappen obviously comes out the best in that, I guess, or Raikkonen. Well, after the streets, definitely Verstappen gets out that best. But Ricciardo had a terrible start from poles. We see Hamilton getting up there. No, it's definitely Ricciardo that gets out of there the best. But Vettel though, that's a bit terrible, isn't it? He just gets spun at the first corner. I think he might lose some of his M plate as well, because I saw some carbon fibre on the floor. So yeah, going in the first time, he gets squeezed out. It's a bit like Raikkonen in Spa in real life, as he loses his end plate, but this time it's Vettel getting squeezed through. But now on lap 4, we see the safety cars coming in, and Vettel's going to be pretty slow here, because as we know, he's lost his end plate, his right end plate from his front wing. So we're just going to put it up into rich mix and just try to close up behind him. And DRS won't be available yet, but with our decently low wings, I think we should have a pretty good straight line speed compared to him, as we got pretty much the same engine as the Ferraris. As we try to get in slipstream, but I think we're just too far away as Massa tries to close up on us. But going on to the next lap, we see us lunging down for a move down the inside going into turn 2, but it's not going to work, and I think we're just going to stick by him as he tries to defend. Oh, we think he's going down the racing line, but I think he tried to squeeze me out there as we tried to go down the inside going into turn 4 as we get the move there. What a great battle we're having right now. And now Vettel tries to come back at us on lap 6 as we leave space from going into the first corner, but he just tries to squeeze us out, but it doesn't work as we hang it around the outside and he loses a lot, or a chunk of time. And now lap 7, because we've got on the super soft, we get to go the longest on these set of tyres as we go up into first place, and now we should set about trying to build a lead to defend this. And we see Hamilton set the fastest lap, and then interestingly retire from the race. And look, I think he was trying to close up on Carlos, our teammate, as he just got DRS, and then suddenly his engine just gave up the ghost. That was a lot like Button in Bahrain, like he was trying to close somebody down and their engine just went. So the same in this game is in real life Hamilton when his engine's failing. But now, after a few laps, we've been trying to build our lead as we're coming into the pits here, and hopefully we're heading for a good stop. We can't really see many people behind us so far, but they're soon just going to swing by from the final corner onto straight out of turn 8. Yeah, here they come. And you could just see that in the frame before, the cars were coming along at a decent speed, and here they are again. Here comes the Red Bulls and the Williams, I think that is. Yeah, it's the Williams. As the Mercedes is just behind us as well. So hopefully we can get out in front of him. But no, we don't get ahead of Rosberg. But I think the tyres will be warming up pretty soon anyway, so we're just going to stick behind him as we warm the tyres down the straight, as we lunge down the inside again, going into turn 2 on the uphill entry, as we just try to squeeze him out. Rosberg's still there, as we just get the position there. So that was another overtake, as we're up into about 5th place now. Now we're closing up behind Raikkonen and Bottas and Ricciardo, because they're all back in together, as we're going to try to go around the outside of Raikkonen here going into turn 3, but that obviously turns to the inside as we get to the actual corner. As we try to brake as late as possible, and we try to give Ricciardo the runs. We don't exactly want to hit him. That wouldn't be good for Red Bull bosses. As we get up into 4th place, there's real potential for a podium here as we close up on Ricciardo. With our ultra soft tyres, I think we're definitely going to be a threat, and we could get the podium here as we're just going to stick behind Ricciardo, and we're going to do it, be aggressive on the brakes as we just get the position as we hit the curb there, and we're up into 3rd place, a podium position so far, but we're not done there yet, as everyone just swings around the final corner down the home straight. We've got DRS, and I think we're going to go down the inside of Bottas. We brake late and we hit the curb, and we get the position of bringing overtaking up into 2nd place near the end of the race. And now on lap 18, obviously we've kept the pace and we've just built a bit of a gap. We've got out of the DRS zone, so it's unlikely to overtake us. And coming through the final corners of this Austrian Grand Prix, we're going to swerve across the track in celebration as we get 2nd place at this Austrian Grand Prix. It's been a long time coming, and it was only a matter of time. Come on.
So another fantastic victory for Red Bull today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One. And that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes.
Right, just the first time we looked at the podium celebrations, obviously because we're on it, that's something I'm going to do. I'm not really going to show the podium celebrations unless we're not on it, but like, I'm in disbelief at this moment, if I'm truly honest, and trust me, this is Legend AI, like it's the one below Ultimate, and this is actually my first F1 game, so I've been playing racing games for a while. I've only just got F1 games, and I'm really happy right now. And now we're first driver, and we're ahead of Sebastian Vettel in the standings as well, which is really, really good. And I like the first podium, but I can't be any happier than that. We move up to 6th in the championship. We're really punching above our weight in this Toro Rosso car here today, as we help the team with the constructors points as well, as it should be a matter of time before we're actually called up to the senior team. And now back in the lobby here, we see all the resource points we're getting, and this will definitely help our cause here for the resource points, as we get the first driver bonus as well as the stuff for finishing 2nd in the race, as we've nearly won our rivalry with Sebastian Vettel here as well. So apart from qualifying and the resource points in practice, I don't think it could have got any better, really. And I mean, no Mercedes and no Ferraris on the podium, I find really amazing as well. And yeah, a great weekend for Red Bull, for both two of their teams getting 1st and 2nd in the race. I mean, like this, I'm going to reiterate again here, this is Legend AI, and I don't use many assists. I mean, it's just really great. Obviously we've got Britain next, which is our home Grand Prix, and I don't think we could have gone into Britain in any other better way. And for the next Grand Prix, Britain isn't one of my best tracks by a long shot, but still, Austria wasn't, and I got 2nd here, and that's the first trophy in our trophy room here today. And I think if I ever do a review of the seasons or of the whole career, I think that I can't really see anything getting better than this. This is definitely, so far, our best moment as a driver so far. But now we've got our podium out of the way, our next target is to definitely win a Grand Prix. But I don't think that'll happen until we get promoted to Red Bull, or, like, even if we do get promoted to Red Bull, we might go to another team, like Ferrari, or, well, I wouldn't really say Mercedes, but, you know, it could happen. Anyway, so, what's a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you want more Career Mode F1 2016 content. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later.